Hey there! Today I'm going to be kit bashing a pretty insane Nagash. The most important model being this amazing Epic Miniatures model. I ordered mine from Etsy from Ott's Workshop, which I highly recommend. They are great value, and I believe they also have their own website now. I don't know how it's going to turn out at this point, but I have a vague idea of the basic structure. I want Nagash to be raised in the middle with swarms of deadly monsters swirling around them. This model is already very cool, but I want to add these Rykonaut wings just to add to the intimidation. I'm going to squish them on with green stuff and leave it propped up until it's hardened. These are some of the other key parts of the kitbash. They're resin casts from Fenris Games, which I also recommend. This is the horsey that Knight of Shrouds usually rides. I've got some bats from Curse City, spirit hosts, spiders from the Goblin Spider Riders, this Black Knight, a tomb banshee, some coffins, chests, and tombstones also from Fenris Games. So, yeah, let's get sticking. I'm using some Vallejo earth texture to cover my plastic cup, and now I'm ready to stick on my winged Nagash. I'm starting to build up the foundations, upon which I will be able to stick many little critters. We've got a tomb banshee peeking out from the Fenris Games stone hand, some Spider Rider spiders creeping up the mound, some objective markers from Curse City. This is Gorslav and Trogilius, also from Curse City. There's a Black Knight rocking a Blood Knight's helmet, I think. And the bats are also from Curse City. It looks precarious, you say? Well, moment of truth. It's actually quite firm. I'm basically just slotting in more and more until the spaces are filled enough. Kit bashing something like this has to grow organically. As long as the base structure is sound, you can keep adding more delicate sculpts on top. So, I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. I think that's it for gluing, and it's time for painting. I'm using my airbrush to spray everything black, and then I'm just going to go over with white from the top down to achieve a zenithal highlight. With everything tied together, here's how we're looking. I'm using Grim Black speed paint to wash over the whole model now, thinning some areas with water. Personally, I love using speed paints like watercolours, wetting the surface with water first and then dabbing on a drop of colour and watching it spread naturally.
Well, actually, you're not supposed to use them like that?
I don't care. I'm using Caribbean Ocean for the spirit hosts. I'm also using some speed paint medium with these mica powders. First adding some vivid blue, and then dry brushing with the turquoise green. I mixed a little bit of white in with the turquoise for the final highlight. Okay, so the best bit. It's coming. The blood. Using the same technique as before, wetting the surface, and then dropping Slaughter Red speed paint over the top. I'm letting gravity do the work. Boom. Sometimes I do dab it with a brush to spread the colour, and just wipe off any bits I don't want with my finger. Look at that. Is that not satisfying to you? What an absolutely beautiful colour this is. I just want to pick out some details with a white dry brush. There we go. Much better. But I'm not done with the blood. Slaughter Red is a wonderful dried blood colour. But what about the fresh blood? Well, I'm mixing a little bit of Vallejo Bloody Red in with the speed paint and dabbing it onto the mouths, teeth and eyes, anything I want to look fresh and gory. I'm just letting it run into the crevices, and again using my finger to wipe back from the surface. And with the same mix, of course I have to add blood spatters, and with this crusty brush, I'm just gonna flick. Oh god, oh no, it just went everywhere. Okay, the final stage. Green algae, speed paint, and Vallejo verdigris onto the lichen, and we're done. I don't know about you, but I'm really pleased with this model. If I had more patience, I would spend way more time on the paint job, but I'm happy to paint in my sloppy, chaotic paint style. It brings me great pleasure to watch the bloody red flow into all the crevices. I think this Epic Miniatures 3D printed model has such a presence. I like the idea of size not being equivalent to power. Nagash's power comes not from their physical form, but the immensely powerful dark wizardry. I love the dynamism of the Kitbash. I can totally imagine this endless swarm of death monsters being summoned to defend this powerful wizard, and creating a hell of a lot of havoc on the battlefield. Thank you for watching this Kitbash video. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. And if you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe. Until next time, see ya!